peavy. Bring a freaking peavy. You may have to roll big logs. Bring 2 power saws. I'm a husky man. I got my Ripsaw 572. There's my 390. That was a gift to the channel from Old School Logging with a serpent pipe on it from Morton. And it's wild and crazy, actually. It's one of the pipes that is very, very interesting, friends. It's like well, look at it. It's crazy. Bring yourself some axes, something you can clean rocks off, bark. There's my old wedge banger. I don't worry about the edge on this axe, let me tell you that right freaking now. All right, so this is why I talk about just bring what you need to get this done. So it's a cord of wood, maybe just over a cord of wood. It's my buddy Jim's. I'm always testing things and talking to you guys about them and trying to share information with you. This is a fair bit of bucking, but we are gonna fire up and we're gonna go for this. We're just gonna get it done for him. He needs it bucked. He came up the other day with a blown up saw. It was a 360 or something, but it's dirty, friends. There's rocks in it, okay? So there is no point in firing up your saw until, ooh, looks like something was going on there, until you know you're clean. So it looks relatively clean. Is there some hidden gems? Well, that one's filthy, and I won't be cutting that until I roll that. So that's the first task, is getting rid of this rocky bark. It's just, look at, you're going nowhere. As soon as you fire your saw up, it's over. Just stop cutting. So I'm not even going down that road. I'm taking this axe that I brought, my old fallen axe, as a prep axe. And I'm gonna prep this up.
Oh, I looked at that when you said, but they said,
When was this a blowdown or something?
Yeah.
Or?
This is less than half. I got most of it gone already.
Yeah, only takes a second. It's mainly this one, I think, Jim.
Yeah.
The others don't seem that bad. And this bark's gonna come off anyway as soon as you start splitting it.
It does. That's what.
Yeah. Good. Now, friends, I gotta talk to you about something. Okay? I gotta talk to you about something. These new saws give us this bulb, right? This fuel bulb. Well, if you're changing exhausts on your saws like I always do, I urge you to learn your saw. Don't pump it if it doesn't need it. If there's gas in the bulb, like there's gas in this bulb right now, it's full of gas. So I'm not gonna pump it. This is a cold start. The last time this saw ran was yesterday. It's got a hand file, skip tooth, hand file, square ground chain with gullet in. There, gullet in, square file. See that? Can you guys see that square ground? Hand file. Okay, so we're gonna fire up and we're gonna see. And these rakers, friends, are not hungry, but this wood is Doug fir and it's been down for about a year. So stop pushing on that fuel bulb, friends. If you, if your saw's, it's not starting good for you, just lay off the bulb. Leave that bulb alone. Let's see how this cuts. Okay, this is a cold start, friends. Cold start. I'm not pressing any bulbs. I'm just choking the saw. That's it. It's got my new Ripsaw exhaust on it that I'm trying. It sounds deadly. It works super good. So let's have a go. No priming. No priming. Just a couple of these. I do these once in a while now, just to make sure I'm not gonna. Okay. I love that freaking saw. We're gonna run this 90, friends. Now this saw I haven't run in a while, friends. But this wood has been down for a while. So that's why I don't, this is hand file. So if I put that chain on that saw, which I might do, we'll see. Okay, this is our 572. I'm gonna buck this. The bottom one's bucked. I'm gonna buck this so that I can just flip it off and it'll be ready to buck when I'm done. So friends, this is blowdown that's been there for about a year and a half now. And he pulled it up with a tractor. Now, friends, I'm running on this 572. I'm running a skip tooth. It's still chain, which I don't normally run. It's got a different chrome. Not my favorite, but regardless, I hand file squared it. And I didn't want a hungry raker when I first started cutting, but I picked up the 90. When I went back to the 572, I took the rakers down a little bit lower. And it's better, but I'm normally a full house guy, but I can get skip cutting real mean. Skip is a nice chain. You're getting back to work quicker if you got to file up. So yeah, I just want to let you know what's on there now. That's still a square ground hand file with just another sweep off the rakers, and it's biting much better now. Friends, me back on. Listen, when you watch me run saw, you'll see I'll go on and off the trigger. I've talked about this for years, friends. The chain being sharp and loading the saw is what you want. You should not have to push on the saw. And even if it's cutting, don't just wrap tape around the pistol grip and just go and not let the saw breathe. Do a little on off. You'd be surprised at what that couple seconds here and there does for that power head. It drops heat. It helps with more than you'll know. So just go easy on them saws. They cost a bit of dough. That's a crappy chain on there. So here's the deal. Think about this. What happens if I just buck that now? What happens? All those rounds are sitting in the way of those other two logs coming out. It's always about having a hole. Watch what I do here. instead of moving every single one of those grounds by hand. Body and the saw. I've got a saw right now, friends, right here. This 90, I could just grab the 90, but I don't want to run the 90 right now. I want to run this saw. So I'm going to swap this chain. This is a weird, kind of a skip tooth. The chain is not good. I hand filed it by square. And we got something fairly quick as soon as we started cutting. I can feel it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap chains. This is not good. And I want to see how that's pulling on there. Yeah, it's not good. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but I don't like still chain for starters. Anyway, there it is. That's going to go back to the house as a spare firewood chain or something. And I'm going to put this chain on there because this chain's actually cutting not bad. And I'm interested to see the performance of the muffler on this. Although this is such a nice saw to run, this 90, but we gave it a good run. So all I'm going to do is just swap the chain. I like the way this chain is cutting. It's hand file, and the reason I run hand file out on the firewood scene is because of everything you've seen thus far in this video. Rocks, dirt, bark, dirty bark, right? All that stuff is why I do it. And we'll fire up and we'll keep running this saw, and if it's not, well, I know what it's going to do. For starters, it's full house. I'm a full house guy, friends. I like my full, okay? It's just what I like. Let's tighten that chain up. There we go. Kick that down. There we go. The old ratchet wrench. This thing's adequate. It's still cutting good. It's not bad. I think it's worthy giving this a shot. That was quick, wasn't it? Okay, so now we're gonna get into this. Right here. We're just gonna jump back right into where we were. My hard hat. Ooga booga. Well, friends, I got to be honest. Jim has known me since I've been a little kid, like a little kid. When I spent 7 years. You all know my stepfather, Ken. He comes up now and again. You've met him. We've done tree work for him. Me and Hogan did tree work for him, actually. I want to thank you for watching. I've been on a saw a long, long time, friends. In a professional setting, and there's things that get picked up along the way from old fallers and guys that mentored you. Hopefully, they'll tell you, or they'll take the time to tell you, or you can ask. Maybe because you don't know it all, and nor do I. So if you're working with an older fella that you know you respect, and he's got time on the saw, ask him why he does certain things. Watch what he does, because he's done it 5,000 times before, and he's going to have a plan for that particular thing that's happening that day. Whether it's knocking a piece of wood over, dragging it out of the bush, bucking it into fire, he will have a plan that has been done many, many times. So have enough humility to learn from these old guys. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about old, fellers in your life. I love that 390. And I actually really like that exhaust on that Ripsaw. I didn't design that exhaust. That was Ripsaw's design. So they sent it to me. I'm part of trying it. I like it. It's much better than stock. I will say that. So yeah, I wanted to say that because you guys can see it in the video there, and we haven't talked about it yet, but we're going to. And it's very attractive, and it sounds great, and it works good. So anyways, just go easy on your saws, run a sharp chain. Thanks for watching. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. We'll catch you on the next video.